What up guys, this is Monkey Figure Reviews, and today we are gonna take a look at the One Piece Ichiban Kuji 9 Red Scabbards sets, or the Akazaya 9. They are actually split up into two sets, the first edition and the second edition. The first edition had already been released in Japan, I believe in the month of July, the 13th of July, and the second set is going to be released on the 7th of September. Regardless of my late timing here, I'm going to run through all the figures, what's in the Ichiban Kuji sets, and from what I've heard actually, I think the sets are only released in Japan. So it'll be very difficult for most of us overseas collectors to get our hands on them. Alright, so right in front of here, this is one of the promo images. Obviously, we have Oden and we have the Red Scabbards. Of course, we have also Kanjuro and Kaido here. Here we can see the main lineup for the first edition. And here we have another promo shot beautifully taken to show the 9 Red Scabbards standing off against Kaido. And of course, this is another one. I believe this is supposed to be at the roof of Onigashima. Promo shots of Oden here. So, it's just kind of like the Red Scabbards. They are capturing the spirit of Oden. Price A, we have O-Kiku, or Kikonojo. Her height is 11 cm. I assume that's all the way from the bottom to the top of the horns. And Kiku here is sort of in her amazing armor on top of the usual outfit that she wears. Yellow in color still, so pretty much in line with her color theme. Don't really have a lot of pictures to see here, but some of the armor details we can definitely see clearly, like the golden painted parts, the white plates. The helmet itself once again has this golden studs painted, and it looks like from this picture that the horns are also golden in color. And towards the tip, it just becomes red. So generally yellow in color. Some of the blue painted gloves, some red around. And the mask itself, maybe not that clear from these pictures, but sort of it covers half of her face, so you can still see her eyes over here. But mostly I just think it's very, very cool. It's a very cool design and it gives her a very fierce look. Her orange and red sword over here. The rest I'll just leave it up to you guys to see, but I'm just very happy that they give us a version of this armored up Kiku. Price B, we have Raizo, and his height is 13 cm. And over here, of course, if you look at the face, I think they have captured his comedic features well, with the really weird proportions and weird face. So the eyebrows, the eyes, even this, like, what do you call this, like eye bags or just wrinkles underneath the eyes, that's painted on too. The nose and the mouth all looks well done, and of course the hair with this weird spider legs looking things at the top. That's what makes Raizo unique. And for the rest of the outfit, I don't think there's anything that I want to point out on. Generally the colors, at least from this picture, looks to be well painted on. Again, some parts are golden in color, like the inner vest, some of the bracelets or braces around the arms and legs. Shading, shadowing are all there, especially towards the bottom. Price C, we have Inuarashi, or rather him in Sulong form. His height is 17 cm. This figure is actually one of the ones that I'm looking forward to the most, together with Nekomamushi, because we know they look amazing in the Sulong forms, but we will never know if we get figures of them. So to have them made into figures, it is just such a great opportunity for us as collectors. Just to have the Inu and Neko, looking really epic, looking badass in the Sulong form. Looking at Inuarashi's face here, you can obviously see that he's sort of in a beastly mode. In the Sulong form, the beastly look. So just look very feral with his whole face. And all this spiked teeth coming out, sharp teeth, displaying dominance. All the hair had turned white and definitely longer and much more unkempt. So all these wavy lines, the way it is sculpted, moving towards the back, and almost looks like there's a beard now at the bottom too. And I'm not sure what this is, but probably some sort of mustache, but it makes him look a bit like a dragon. And over here we have the ears pointing upwards, then downwards in his normal form. So in terms of the hair, I think I can just leave it up to you guys. Around the arms, you can see once again how it is sculpted, and the claws, silver painted, Colors on his cape and his outfit all look to be well done, all these yellow stripes. And just looking at this, once again, this is going for hyper-realism again, especially with all these extensive creases around the shirts and the pants. So very likely the same sculptor as the one that we always get for Kuji's. This just looked like one of his other works. Generally very well done and definitely will not lack in details. Price D, we have Kawamatsu, and his height is 13 cm. Straight away, the first thing I notice is how good the hat looks. I really like how realistic this is looking. You know, even with the lines that are sort of like sculpted on it, they vary it. So some of them are deeper, some of them are lighter. And around the edges, definitely randomness added to the wear and tear feel they're giving it. So it looks as realistic as possible. And other than that, I think the face pretty much captures his looks. Nothing I want to talk about there. The hair towards the back, which we can't really see. Colors again look vibrant. So far, all the colors on the figures, they look amazing. They really capture the colorful theme of Wano, and all the prints looks to be well painted on. No issues, no errors whatsoever here. His left hand ready to pull out his sword, and that's about it. Price E, we have Ashura Doji, and his height is 15 cm. He's getting ready to pull out his sword to fight Kaido. Looking at his face, I think the character likeness seems to be alright, but I seem to remember his face looking much more chubbier and much more round compared to over here. Maybe it's supposed to be like wider towards the bottom, but talking about the features, I think the eyebrows, the eyes, the mouth, those, I have no complaints whatsoever. Even some folds around the neck. The hair itself are pinkish in color, looking like cotton candy. And of course, the deeper crevices are darker in color. The tattoos on his body and his extra size well captured. Some of the other outfit at the bottom and the coats at the back. A bit of movements. Yeah, so generally quite well done. Price F, we have some visual sheets, or they call them Shikishi. I'm not sure if it's actually that or are they actually files, because it does look like it could be an A4 size file, and you can just see the designs over there for yourself. Price G, we have some clear plates, and we have 6 of the straw hats on there. And for price H, we have some rubber mascot keychains with a few characters like the 3 Baka captains, Queen with a hilarious face, even Roger, Whitebeard, and Oden here. For the last one prize, we have Kozuki Oden. This is also the double chance prize, and his height is 16 cm. We have quite a number of Oden figures from the Ichiban Kujis, but I gotta say, from my opinion, this figure captures his likeness the best. He just looks to me the most like Oden, like how he is in the source material. For his pose, he's just moving forward once again, about to slash Kaido, and can see some of the muscles they added on his forearms. And also his thighs, his legs. Those need to be there to show how muscular and how beastly Oden is. And the creases are all well done. The sheaths of the swords, the sword handles, those are well colored. And the knot that he has, all the way to the back. Great figure of Oden to have in my opinion. Even without the scabbards, just him on a shelf, sort of forward facing and launching an attack. Almost a bit like Figure Out Zero. Moving on to the second edition, which I mentioned is coming out on the 7th of September 2022 this year. Here we have some of the other scabbards that were not featured previously, and of course Kaido and Kanjuro. Another promo image of the traitor, the betrayer, playing the long con. Another photo of Kaido. What you're seeing here is exactly what it is. Mainly the dragon head, a bit of the body, and 2 hands. Price A, we have Kinemon, and his height is 10.5 cm, a bit bending downwards. Style-wise, like most of the scabbards, so not crazy with the details on the outfit. And face, can't really tell from this couple of angles, but seems to be okay. Muscles are sculpted here on the chest, the thigh, some on the arms. And generally, the painting done on the outfit is done well too. Also, we can see a bit of the swords over here. Price B, we have Denjiro. His height is 13 cm. He is also bending downwards, ready to attack and looking really pissed off. But I'm not sure if they maybe exaggerated his expression here, so it looks a bit off, especially with the face. I think the eyes and eyebrows are still basically correct, but maybe the open mouth, the way it is shaped, just throws me off a bit. His hair here with this big long strand flying towards the back, and the rest of his outfit with the coat looks to be well done. Definitely sort of like spreading outwards to capture his movements, and the kimono generally also okay with this like circular designs on them. I see we have Nekomamushi. His height is 18 cm. For him, the style of the sculpt is back to how it is for Inuarashi, so very similar. I kind of feel like Neko here looks much more better than Inu. I'm not sure why. Maybe I'm just a sucker for cats. I love cats a lot. But just seems to me like the face generally captures more of that feral and crazy look when they go Sulong. And I particularly like how his hair looks to be more expansive, like going outwards, much more flowing everywhere. So it has that kind of like really crazy aura. Towards the back especially, sort of like flying backwards and upwards. Even for the neck fur here, or the beard, whatever you call it, I think for Inu it's just a little bit towards the bottom, but for Neko here it's just all out 360. So it really captures that Sulong power upgrade if you ask me. Alright, so rest of it I think in terms of the colours, the outfit, nothing else I really want to talk about. Maybe just some texturing they added around this sort of like a waistband around the body. You can see that quite clearly, which is a well appreciated detail. And creases again on the shirt, on the pants, some fur on the tail and his feet and hands. The other hand is a gun. You can see a little bit over here just peeking out from this side, but not the full details. Price D, we have Kanjuro. His height is 15.5 cm. Looking as evil, as cunning as he is. He's just having that Joker-like smile and expression. I think if you take away the hair, just looking at his face just looks like Joker. We have the brush at the back, sort of resting it on his shoulder. And what can I say? The colors looks amazing, looks fantastic. Very well applied onto the figure, and you can see very, I think, more pronounced shadowing and shading around the top and also around the pants. Rest of the figure, his skin just generally white in color. Price E, we have Izou. His height is 10 cm. The dude using the pistols instead of swords. I believe this is the first time we have a bigger scale figure of Izou, despite his appearance long time ago. I don't think Grand Line series did one for him, so I could be wrong, but from my memory it seems like this is sort of like the first big figure of him we ever had. And I gotta say, it is also pretty well done. The face looks to be accurate with the scar, the hair very Japanese-like, tied up towards the back with the top knot. We have the coats flowing towards the back, his kimono and the designs, all well done. The details on the pistols looks pretty good as well, with some of the parts painted silver in color. And here I can't tell for certain if this is deliberate or not. It could be the lighting, but his face is much more like whiter, much more paler than the rest of his body, because of, I assume, like the makeup that he puts on, similar to Kiku. Price F, once again we have the visual sheets, or the Shikishi. Price G, we have the glass plates too. So we have some straw hats together with Trafalgar Law used as kit. Price H, we have again rubber mascot keychains. Some more other characters from Wano, and the funny faces here of Frankie, Usopp, Robin and Zoro. The last one prize, and also the double chance prize, is the Kaido head figure. I guess it would be too much to ask for the full dragon body of Kaido, especially at this size. But I'm still holding out hope that maybe one day some other company decides to do one proper large Kaido figure for us. Looking at the figure, I think I can tell that they're not saving on the details here. The scales on his body looks fantastic. You can almost see how layered it is, and sort of have that texturing, the feel to it, even without touching it. And the face itself, its teeth, pretty much looks like how it is, with the eyes, the eyebrows in the dragon form, and of course the hair done majestically. The horns themselves look amazing too, with some lines here and there to show that wand look, natural bone look. On the sides we have the hands, the claws, and one of those spike bracelet that Kaido wears. Rest of it just going into the smoke effect to hide the absence of the body. Alright, so that's all I have for this Ichiban Kuji 9 Red Scabbard sets, both the first edition and second edition. Let me know what you guys think of them. I think if you want the whole sets, it will be very, very difficult to obtain, or very, very expensive. For myself personally, if I have the chance, I will just get Inuarashi and Nekomamushi. Okay guys, as usual, if you like my videos, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share them with your friends. If you're new here and you like what I'm doing, don't forget to subscribe and also hit the bell notification button so you don't miss out on new videos like this. Thank you guys so much for spending your time with me. I'll see you very soon. Goodbye.